What's up, guys? Time to show off another cool build that will be available tonight in the event. This is my F4F-4 Wildcat dial. This is the version 1. If you followed me for a while, I've done some of these dials. Not this specific dial. I did one each of multiple different planes. And this is me now releasing the Wildcat version. So there's only one of this. This was lasered in aluminum, painted, sanded, backside lumed. Comes out really cool. This whole style I've done this way. Just different planes on each dial. So those are actually lasered completely out. A set of Vostok 24 hands. This is in a brush case. This has one of my custom-made bezels. It has a flat black compass insert and a polished knurled bezel. You have a bead blasted and star engraved crown. That goes with the 12 o'clock. We made those in a star. This has a stainless steel movement holder in there, a signed brass rotor, and a low profile exhibition caseback. So these, just to kind of show off that this is a special build, only one of these. And this is on a HD strap done in a, I don't want to say two-tone black, because I guess unless you want to say, because this is more of a gray in real life, but I guess when you pop it in the sun, it is also black, just has a different sheen to it. With a brushed preview buckle. And that is the build. Bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. These are held on with a tension ring. Automatic, mechanical. You can see you've got your rotor back there. If you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit before you put it on, because if you're not getting this moving around, you are not storing any energy in the power reserve. So you'd back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, you can wind. A wind is a turn that way. Turning it towards you doesn't wind it, but it is a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and go back and forth. This for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on will keep your time throughout the day. If you do it for another 10 seconds or so, it'll max out your 31-hour power reserve. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, or the keyless works. Okay, Google, what time is it? It's 1:59 p.m. When you're good, you're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And that is the build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. This is going to come in a dial matching custom Wildcat box. Will come with watch foamer. This is a cleaner. It's good for all glass and metal, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as a microfiber. Come with leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft. If you ever feel that it's not, apply it on the front and back using a rag or something other than a microfiber. Let it soak in, work it around a little bit. In the box, I'm also going to put in some lug extensions. If you find that the strap isn't long enough or the hole isn't hitting as well as you like, pop these off, pop them into the lug extensions. You'll have quick disconnects that you'll then connect to the case, and you will add some length to this, and also looks very cool. But since these fit nice and tight, I just left it that way, but they are in the box. As well as some fine scratch remover. This is like Polywatch. It is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It is for your acrylic glass because you can scratch it. If you do, no big deal. You put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your color matching and included microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, just go left and right filling that scratch. Buff it, haze it, see if it's still there. If it is, wait a little bit, let that solidify and come back and do it again. You're building those layers back up in the acrylic that you knocked out. So that is the build. This is the only one of this Wildcat. I don't remember if version 2 went out. If you follow me, version 2, those were the ones where the, let's see, do I even have one sitting handy? I do. Let's see. And I think the Wildcat is gone. So, for a reference on those, these are tight. Let's see, which one was this one? P40 Curtis. So those ones were styled with the tachymeter going around it. This is an unpainted version, so you can see. So I would paint this. Typically I paint something that would match a bezel insert, so nice like dark blue or battleship gray or black, just something to accentuate it. The writing on this is under the 12, whereas the writing on these is over here between like 8 and 9. And then you have a front-facing version of the plane. Your numbers around there. Your only lasering out is your star and your pip markers going around, if you can kind of see through there where those holes are. And so that's that style. So I only release these every once in a while. For version 2, I do have the P40 Curtis. I have a Corsair still that I haven't released. Oh, I do have the Wildcat. So version 2 of the Wildcat hasn't gone out either. So here's version 1, and then here's version 2. And then outside of that, I have an F-22 Raptor version 1. And that will be the last of my version 1. When this goes out, it'll be the last one of these dials that I did, which I think there were 8 total. And then we will have 3 version 2s, your Corsair, your P40 Curtis, and said F4F-4 Wildcat. So if you're following me, those other ones will come out. If somebody would want one of those, they'd have to message me directly and ask. Some of them did go out that way. They wanted to see what I had. But I don't advertise them. I just build them as I want something cool to fill in. So if this is going to you, congrats. You've got the only one of these. And if you want to, if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out. I'll see what I can do. If you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.